Hey guys, what's up? Dags here. Welcome back to more Motorsport Manager. Now, today and tomorrow you're going to see a couple of shorter episodes because ideally I would be streaming today, but tonight I'm going to go and see a film. And on Wednesday, tomorrow's episode, I'm also going to a football game, going to West Ham versus Man City. So, unfortunately, guys, I can't stream, but nonetheless, we'll get into this episode. I've just got to find my setups. Here we go. The millionth page in my notes. There we go. So, that last race wasn't very good. We're not even in the top 10 standings currently. And in terms of the standings for the teams, we've dropped down significantly. It looks like the best. We need to step up our form, but the best we could probably get is fourth, as Katana really have done a good job. So, I'm starting to feel already to start saving for next season because I'm feeling this car isn't very good. But I'm going to fully develop the engine like we did last year, but we'll still put like fat stacks for next season. That is the aim. Oh, and great. De Graaf's cracked his rib. Oh, excellent. Well, we didn't need that to happen. So, we got 1 point with Hashimoto in that last race, which is still not great. Oh, great. Now the Java wanting to update. Get out, mate. Right, so yeah, Nubia, definitely say it, has blitzed the opposition entirely so. Oh, sponsors offers. Check these things out. Okay, interesting. And we got one over here. We'll wait a little bit more time. Obviously, we don't need to accept that until the race. But we will have the engine. Yes, the engine has been developed. So now we're getting there. Produce extra part for no additional cost. Interesting. Interesting. What does that even mean? Okay, I'm a little bit confused there. Right, okay, it doesn't really help me out too much here, but we'll just do +5 reliability and we'll build that up. 1.6 mil, it's a lot of money to be taken out of our bank account, but whatever. Anyway, so still one extra offer there. Where are they? I suppose now we're not doing as well. The big money sponsors are not going to be so inviting. But nonetheless, we've got 3 available now for both. Now, not to like in either of any of those, but we'll go with that one 10th or above, and this one will just take a big money up front, I think, or a lot per race. 500k race, that's quite good. It's only a 4-star sponsor, and it lasts. We'll have to go with it though. We'll have to go with it. I mean, what does that make our finances look like? Nearly $1 million down each race. That's not too great, lads. Not too great. Drink of choice today, or orange juice. I'm sure you guys really want to know. Right. We need to step it up in this next race. The Black Sea event. Russia. How's this? How's our... Oh, we probably should start improving that engine. Oh, it's already 95% reliable. Slightly annoying that these 2 parts have been already overtaken by that average part, but we'll go with it, and we'll try and get them things done one day before the race. Okay, they're all pretty damn reliable now, so let's go like that. It's good that everything is reliable, but you know, I'm a little bit disappointed with how we've been performing this year. It just hasn't been very good. The engines are going to be designed just after this race, so we'll go 10th or above. Look, even with bonuses, $500,000 down, but then we are doing fat stacks. I mean, we take that off fat stacks and put it down to there. We should be in the positive. Let's go and have a quick look. Yeah, we'll be in the positive, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. Let's just leave it on this for now. But is this it's very high deg track, so I think we'll go with hard tyres as our cool at the moment. Some softs and a couple of mediums in there as well. Part fitting. We might as well put both those new engines on. We'll give that to Hashimoto. In terms of everything else, we haven't upgraded anything else bar the engines, but I'm not taking the risk on a risky part. Right, let's go then, guys. The one race you're going to see in this episode is going to be the Black Sea event. Sorry for the short episode. Hopefully you guys understand. I am very busy. I have been spending so much time on this film for university, and streaming obviously isn't so high on the priority list, but I will, when I am free, I will do it. And you guys, you feel free to keep asking me whether I'm streaming and all that sort of stuff, but I will try to remember to tweet it out, which I'm hopefully going to be streaming on Thursday. I can't say whether or not I'll be on Friday, but Thursday will definitely be Road to League One, and possibly 2 streams, with some Motorsport Manager in there as well. And maybe I'll just pre-record an episode for Friday of F1 Career Mode just to have something up. I don't know, because I haven't recorded any more co-op series with Will, so yeah, maybe don't expect any of that this weekend. I'd like to keep it regular at the weekend, but so far nothing has been recorded. Right, okay. And Russia likes a bit of acceleration. Right, let's try that. It is starting to slightly rain out there, which is slightly annoying. But, oh, sorry, I think I hit the microphone there. Let's put you back a little bit. Bit more downforce. Bit like that. And then like so. Right, that's what we've got from the previous report. So, am I brave enough? No, I'm not going to be brave enough to do an instant result. But we'll quickly go through practice and see what we can get. Not much point of really sending us out on hards, annoyingly. Let's just go and send out race trim, loads of fuel in there, and away we go. So guys, I really do enjoy doing this series, but it's just at the moment, as I said, it's not because I haven't enjoyed the game that I've stopped recording episodes. It's more down to just the fact that just had so little time to really get around to it, which is annoying because this is my favourite game. This was my favourite game of 2016, and they did an update, and for anyone wondering, I haven't downloaded the update yet, but I've seen the Steam Workshop is now available, which means some pretty awesome mods should be implemented soon, and maybe that will rejuvenise some of the sort of motivation to get back streaming this as much as possible. Maybe we'll start off a new career mode. I don't know, what would you guys like to see? Would you like me to continue this maybe sort of every other week with a big stream? Or would you like to see maybe some pre-recorded episodes of this each week and then alongside a stream of a mod or something? Because I do realise this can probably get a little bit boring. If I did a mod, what I'd do is I'd start off in the top tier, maybe with a slower team, and then I'd work my way up. But I'm not too sure. We'll see how it all works out, because I think it still would take a long time to get someone like the Manners or like the Lotus cars, which obviously the sort of one of the slowest cars in there as well. Yeah, so Lotus and Caterham, I'd say probably some of the two. Oh, it's not Caterham, is it? It's Manor. It confuses me with the colours because it's obviously a Manor colour. Right, it's going to get rainy again, so I'm just going to bring them in to change them over some new tyres. A little bit annoying that we don't have any option to go out on the dries, but fingers crossed it actually rains in the race and we can use the intermediate tyres. Okay, that's pretty good. Just change up the handling a little bit here. So what did we say? We've got 45% written down here. So maybe go a bit more like so, and we'll send him out on some. We'll send her out on some new tyres. And Parks just coming to the pit lane, and now he's pretty happy with that. Just the speed balance he's not too happy about. I think I remember correctly. Want to put this up a little bit. Bit more top speed, just one nudge more top speed, like that. New set of inters, let's go. So hopefully you guys have had an awesome week and all that sort of stuff. I mean, for me at least at uni, it's getting to the crunch time of making our second project, which is, it's exciting. I'm really looking forward to it, and just, you know, getting, the tough thing is because we've actually got to get sort of actors in, which we didn't have to do for our first project. We could just use our friends from the class, but actually trying to find actors that will be part of your project is quite tough, especially, you know, obviously they're going to want money and that sort of stuff, and as a student all you've got is 2 pence in your bank account. So nonetheless, we've got race trim level 3 and we've got intermediates fully locked out, which is decent. Hashimoto's just gone up to 13th place. I'm going to make her push for the last couple of laps of the session. Probably get 2 more laps in. It's quite a short lap time. She's green in the first sector. But then, nonetheless, it's, yeah, the rain is coming down a lot more and she's encountering a bit of traffic. Gear ratios are just right. Good old Frankie Parks. Still not last, though. Somehow. He might improve. Oh, he's 6 seconds down. Banter. 2.4 seconds down the last sector, lad. Right, so we might as well just bring them in. Actually, no. Stingy going to get another lap in. He's going to cross the line. Yes! Hashimoto's going to get an extra lap of experience under his belt, which will help us set up knowledge, but it's annoying that we've got to wait for him now to come and cross the line. And More annoyingly, he's nearly run out of fuel, so fingers crossed he will save that enough. It's very close around the final corner. It's at 0.16, 0.14. He's just going to cross the line there. 0.06, that's pretty much the closest I've got to zero whilst crossing the line. But nonetheless, not a very good practice session. Our car is not very good this season. I think that is pretty evident. Right, so it looks like it is slightly raining. Is that intermediate? So no, they're suggesting softs, but nonetheless we'll put that on. And oh, super overtakes, disappointing. Right, okay, so we didn't make that very good, so we'll put a bit more acceleration on, see if that's any good. And let's instant result that, guys. You guys know that I haven't done a qualifying session in a long time, and well, it's a tough one because I can't ever get the tyre heating right. So maybe I could get that right, but I have. Oh, we just about get our bonus. Go on, Hashimoto, mate. But De Graaf, I suppose he has got a cracked rib or something, hasn't he? So boo-hoo to him. No, anyway, race time, and it's wet. Okay, this is interesting. What are we going to select? Intermediates and okay, so it's going to get wet fairly quickly. So that's good. Both of those looking decent. Let's just make them push a little bit more at the start. Now the car is pretty reliable, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's go to the race then, guys. So what's going to happen in this one? I mean, it's going to be a struggle to get anything more than sort of maybe 8th in this race, but I need to start, you know, beating the likes of, you know, Vidal, Skovdal, sort of constantly beating the likes of the Panther racing cars, which are like the Red Bull cars. We need to consistently start beating them, and the Chariots. I mean, I don't expect to beat the Steinman, Rossinis, and also the Catanos, but I would like to finish 4th in the championship. That still doesn't beat, you know, that's still not good enough for our target, but that would ideally be good. Right, so we're pushing this a bit more than most of the other cars right now, so we'll just conserve it for a bit. And once the rain does fully start coming down, we'll push them, because we don't want to... Look, we've decked the tyres like 15% in one lap there. And that's partly because... go away. Partly because it's just not wet enough for these tyres right now, so they're struggling out there. Hashimoto's not doing too good. Graf as well. Rafael Rodriguez has locked up at the front of the field though. So right now it's going to be the time to push. We've not decked the tyres nowhere near as much on that lap. From 15% on the first lap to about 7 or 8% in that lap, which is a lot better. But now the rain is coming down. We can start pushing the cars a little bit more. It's going to be an interesting one to look at here. I mean, we can't really do anything. We've got to wait for the rain to go here and just hope our tyres are still in decent enough condition, because most of the AI will be sort of in push mode. Yeah, most of them are sort of push and that sort of stuff. Most of them are pushing on the fuel instead of the tyres right now, which maybe is the more sensible thing to do. The rain, yeah, the temperature's going down, the rain's going up. So let's do a little bit of a switcheroo here. Let's go with what the AI are doing here. We're going to try and split our strategies at some point here, but the track is absolutely soaked. The track is absolutely destroyed right now with all the rain all over the place. But look at our tyres. We've done a good job nonetheless. Our tyres have not degraded so much. By lap 8, okay, so we've got to do 1, 5, lap 6, lap 7, lap 8. Okay, so at least 4 more laps on these tyres at 60%. So we'll maybe start pushing at point. It's just, do we go to inters then to dries, or do we go somewhere in between and try and go to dry straight away? So it's a tough one. It is a tough one. The AI know what they're doing up there. It looks like it's going to go to inters maybe halfway through lap 7 now. So this is going to be an interesting one, lads. Are we going to call this right? It's like, is it going to go all the way down to 0 though? Because if it's going to go all the way down to 0, you might as well come in for dries, mate. Like, wait. Tell you what, we might as well try something different with the De Graaf. As he's out of the points, we might as well try him on the intermediate tyres and make him just go for it. We might as well try something different. Sorry for hitting the mic again. Because he'll be out there for like 2 or 3 laps, but he could make up a lot of time through doing so. Who knows? It's going to be a tough one. If the pit stop is right, then we'll be all good. But Hashimoto, okay, they're all coming for dries. I mean, still a lot of blooming water on the track. Okay, someone coming in for... That's interesting. They're really splitting the strategy on that. So Hashimoto's going to go in for another lap. Fingers crossed. Mediums or... I think I'm going to go with hard. I'm going to throw it out there a little bit. Who knows? Hashimoto should overtake a load of... Actually, no, look. Machina and Nubia have both stayed out. So, some of... this is interesting. A very mixed up strategy here. What are the two leaders going to come in for? Dries. Oh, Nubia's coming for hard, so that's going to be the same as us. Oh my goodness. What a pit stop there. And Hashimoto is going to come out in 3rd place. Wow, okay. De Graaf is in 5th. 4th! De Graaf's flying! Those Inters, I suppose, are in perfect working order. Are we going to go for another lap? Let's go for one more lap here with De Graaf. De Graaf is flying! Fastest lap of the race there for Mr. De Graaf. And he can come in and pretty much put the soft tyres on as well. So that sort of worked out. Crazy stuff there. Is he going to go purple again in the first sector? I highly doubt it. No, he's gone purple again. Wow, okay, so Hashimoto's dropped a position here. Can we push these tyres a bit more, possibly? Got the pits. De Graaf's going to be just behind. It was worth splitting the strategy, but now De Graaf can. Now De Graaf's got the good tyres on as well. So people on Inters. Well, it's definitely worked for us. We've somehow managed to jump up a load of positions here, and 4th and 5th is pretty good stuff here. It's just, can we defend? Can we defend from those guys? Hashimoto's going to have to try and really push these tyres now, I think, to the end. Nubia's doing the same thing. Who's this being lapped? John Stadir and the Mercedes/Steinman is in 19th position. And the fact is on some new tyres as well means that she's getting, she's getting the new blue flags, but then also not getting out of the way because they're so blooming fast. So, okay, 3 laps to go. Are we pushing a bit too much on these tyres? I'd say maybe a little bit too much. So we'll just calm that down a little bit and we'll start pushing De Graaf on his fuel a bit more. I'll tell you what, we'll just go with it on the tyres as well. This is an interesting one, lads. We might be able to get a podium with De Graaf because he's doing a really good job. He's closing down the gap. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. De Graaf across the line. He's taking personal bests and he's really catching up now to the back of Hashimoto, who, wow, look at that. Sudakov has just gone purple. Fastest lap of the race here. This is going to be, on the last lap of the race, maybe it's a bit of a stretch too far. Hashimoto is 5 seconds behind now. So it's a bit of a race on between our two drivers here. I'm going to leave it out there. Whoever wants to take it will go for it. De Graaf's going for a move down the inside there and he's done it. No, he hasn't done it. It's an incredibly close battle between these two here. Who's going to cross the line ahead? I'm trying to make sure they both finish. Please don't blooming crash into each other at the last corner. They don't. And we get 4th and 5th, which I'll definitely take there, guys. That's 22 points. Exactly what we needed for the championship. Oh, that's such a relief. Such a relief because, I'm not going to lie, guys. I was a bit worried for how this season was going to go after the last couple of streams because so far we have had not one good result that I can remember off the top of my head here. So, thank goodness that happened. Thank goodness that happened because now that hopefully will send me in a good place for the rest of the season. Fingers crossed, who knows, but the 2-stop nearly worked out there with De Graaf. He timed it perfectly, I would say so. If I do say so myself, we timed it perfectly and we got a good result out of it. No risk of a rule break as well, which means, who knows, we could even get a podium. Nope. So yeah, 22 blooming points, boys. That's going to put us hopefully up the order a bit. Yep, up to 5th. Not that far behind Chariot, as well as I do say Katana's probably a little bit too far out of the stretch there, but you guys rock. I thought that said you guys suck. Any chance of a follow back? It's like the ultimate just hater out there. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with that, lads. I am pretty happy with that. Considering where our car was at, that strategy pretty much got it right. I mean, it's a bit of a luck of the draw, I suppose you'd say. Sometimes the strategy works, sometimes it just goes completely wrong. But nonetheless, we even got into a positive at the end of that, which is pretty mad stuff. So that is it for this first episode that I'm going to be doing as a recorded episode, guys. So be sure to tune in tomorrow for another episode. Thank you so much for watching. Have an epic day, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.